Hello everyone and welcome back to Kitchen Science. Today we're going to go ahead and grill up some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You'll notice I got these from my local Aldi for just under $5. To them we're going to add some salt, some Cuban herb mix. We're going to add some melted butter, a little bit of ginger, and some minced garlic. So the first thing we need to go ahead and do is get our chicken out of the pack and get it into this bowl. So let's go ahead and grab our knife. Let's get this chicken out of here and let's take a look at it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't mind getting chicken from Aldi. It actually tastes pretty good. The secret here is you got to go ahead and give it a good amount of seasoning. You also want to get the non-antibiotic stuff, and you want to go ahead and get the air-chilled stuff if you can find it, which they have. You'll also notice that I left all of the fat on there. I do that because the fat's pretty soft. And to that fat, I'm going to add our melted butter. Now, you'll notice that the butter is going to start to go ahead and clump up a little bit because the chicken's cold. Don't worry about that. As it gets on the grill, it'll go ahead and release some of those solidified, tasty, wonderful butter flavors out. And it'll go ahead and drip under the grill grates, and it'll just give us a nice aromatic butter flavor. To this mix, I'm going to go ahead and add some salt. Kosher salt, of course. I'm then going to add a little bit of ginger, probably a tablespoon there. And then I'm going to add about half a tablespoon of garlic to this mix. And now at this point, you want to go ahead and give it a really good mix. You can use a pair of tongs if you like. I just ended up using my hands to go ahead and put it all together. So once it's done, now we want to go ahead and add our remaining ingredients. So we have a dry rub mix. It's got some black pepper in it. It's got a little bit of salt. It's got some dried herbs in it like basil, oregano, parsley, etc. A little bit of lightning over there. Kind of crazy, but you know what? We're going to continue using our grill here right now. So we've got our chicken. It's been sitting for about 20 minutes. It is nice and seasoned up and ready to go. We've got that butter on there as a binder holder. We've got some fresh ginger, some fresh garlic, and then we went ahead and threw on a mix of herbs that included black pepper, salt, cumin, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of basil, and I believe a little bit of dry garlic, and that's it. And so now we're going to go ahead and pop it on our hot grill. Our hot grill was at, close to 600 degrees. It's been nice and clean. So what we want to try to go ahead and do with these guys is get them burned off on one side. And then once they're done searing on the one side, we're going to flip them over. And once they're done searing all on that side, we're then going to take them and we are going to do a convectionless cook. So we're going to have heat coming from this side. It's basically going to spool over to here. So you're going to have this big like convection heat. And they're going to finish cooking over here as a roasting method. So this is going to give us a lot of our color and a lot of our texture and some of our deeper flavors. And this guy over here is going to mellow some of those flavors out, and it's going to finish cooking them all the way through so that they are safe to eat. So we'll come back in a few minutes. We'll go ahead and flip them over, get them nice and seared on all four sides, pop them over here, let that convection go ahead and go. And this should take about 10 to 12 minutes to go ahead and do. If they were bone in, I'd say about add 50% more time. That's about how long it would take to complete. All right, let's see where we're at. It's been about 2 minutes. Looks like we got a nice golden brown going on here. Oh yeah, look at those. Got some little morsels we can munch on before this is all done. So these may not even need the roasting method over here, but we're gonna keep them ready to go in case they do. So let's go ahead and let them go for another 2 minutes and we'll come back and check it out. All right, I think that those rain clouds are getting closer. It's funny, if you look over off there in the distance, you can see where it's ending. Back to our grill. All right, look at that. We're sitting around 550. Our little nubs are done. All right, these guys got to be really close just to show you the concept. To pop them over here. So the idea being, when they're done searing off over here, you put them over here on this lower temperature part. We get this little cyclone effect of heat going on in here, finishes them off. And then there's one more trick I want to show you once these guys are done and ready to come off. All right, so here's my trick. So this is done. This is what you want to try to remember to do. When you pull the chicken off, you don't want to use the same pair of tongs, and you definitely don't want to use the same plate. It's a food safety issue. So what you want to do is either wash the tongs really well, or just go ahead and get a new pair. And what you can do to make sure this chicken's done, I know it's done, take a thermometer, pop it in there, look for it to be at least 160 to 165 degrees. After that is completed, then you can go ahead and pull it off, let it rest for a few moments inside, and then go ahead and have it there. Anyways, if you guys like this kind of content and you want to see a little more of me using my simple grilling techniques, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Please go ahead and pop a comment down below if you have any questions on it at all. And as always, have a great barbecue week. Say bye-bye, rain. I hope you're gone soon.